Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Susan. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a 3-bean salad. It's a really simple salad to make. It's quite easy. You refrigerate it overnight, eat it the next day. Now we're going to start out with some vinegar. And we're going to do 2/3 cups of vinegar. Now this is apple cider vinegar. I'm going to pour a 2/3 cup. Let's see. There we go. 2/3 cup of vinegar. Now we're going to put in 3/4 cups of sugar. We're going to dump that in there. We're going to do some other things too. We're going to do some oil. I've got some oil right here. This is just plain old vegetable oil. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Get that right in there. Here's 1/3 cup. You probably can't see the measurements, but fortunately I can. Now, we've got some salt. I'm going to do a teaspoon of salt. This is kosher salt. We're just going to dump it right in there. And we're going to do some pepper. We're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Okay, now we're going to whisk this together. Here's my whisk. And what we're trying to do is get that sugar melted into the vinegar. So we're going to stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it. Now I will tell you that this recipe is on my blog under 3-bean salad. What I'm going to do though, I'm making a full recipe of the marinade, but I'm only going to do a half recipe of the beans because there's just 2 of us. How many beans can one person or 2 people eat? But you can save this and add to it later on in the week. So we're going to get that mixed together, get that sugar pretty well melted into that vinegar. And we're going to start adding our other stuff. That looks pretty good. Sugar's not completely melted, but it will melt overnight, so don't worry about it. Now we're going to add, I've got a jar of diced pimento. And this is, what's the size of this jar? Of course they put the, looks like 1/4 ounce. You know, they put that so that you can just barely read it. At least I can barely read it. My bifocals don't always work right. So I'm going to add that 1/4 ounce of diced pimento. Now, like I said, I'm just going to make a single batch of this. The recipe calls for a double batch. I hope that doesn't confuse you. If it does, text me and I'll walk you through it. Here's 1 can, and this is, what is this, a 14.5 ounce can of green beans. Okay. Now we've got another 14.5 ounce can. If I could spit that out, it'd be better, wouldn't it? 14.5 ounce can of yellow waxed beans. Now these have been drained. We don't need all the liquid. And we have another, what is this, 16 ounce can of red kidney beans. Now these kidney beans have been rinsed. Get all the goop off of them.
All the wood off of them?
Well, I call it the goop. You know, it's the stuff that's on the kidney beans that...
Goop.
Goop, yeah,
Okay.
goop. Sorry, I don't know what else you call it. Now I've got 1/4 cup of diced onion, 1/4 cup of green pepper diced, and 1/4 cup of celery diced. Of course, the recipe calls for more than that, but that's only if you're making a full batch. So we're going to dump that in there. I really like salads. especially in the summertime. Doesn't get any better than a good salad. And we eat a lot of salads in the summertime. In fact, we're going to break this up into 2 days. I'm going to get this in the refrigerator tonight. Tomorrow we're going to do 2 more salads. And let me get a spoon here. We're going to mix this up. Tomorrow we're going to do a caprese salad, which is tomato, basil, and mozzarella. And then I'm going to show you what I do as far as, I don't know, what would you call it, Will? A kitchen sink salad. Everything's in there but the kitchen sink. And we're going to do that tomorrow. But tonight we're going to get this in. Oh my, that looks good, doesn't it? And the sugar will all dissolve overnight. We have a gnat there. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? So we're going to put this in the refrigerator overnight. And tomorrow when we come back and do the rest of our salads, I'm going to show you this one. So until then, have a good evening and I'll see you soon. Okay, we finished our 3-bean salad. Now we're going to do something really simple. It's called a caprese salad, at least my version of a caprese salad. Sliced tomatoes that we got from the farmer's market that are just absolutely gorgeous. I've got fresh mozzarella here, and this basil is right out of our garden. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. It's nice and fresh. Oh my. So the first thing we want to do, I'm going to do this in individual portions because we're going to have this with our meal tonight. So I'm going to slice these tomatoes. I don't slice them too thick. I think my knife needs to be sharpened a little. Look at that. Aren't they gorgeous? My oh my. You should smell them. They smell so good and fresh. Okay. Now we're going to cut mozzarella. We're just going to slice this. There we go. Sometimes I get them a little thicker than what I want, but that's okay. You can also buy these mozzarella that are mozzarella log that come pre-sliced. I have some of those, but I needed to use this up first. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a slice of tomato. I'll show you here. We're going to put a piece of basil and a slice of mozzarella. And we're going to do tomato, basil, slice of mozzarella. We're going to do tomato. Isn't this something? Basil and a slice of mozzarella. So that's what it's going to look like. Now you can make this 2 small dishes. You can do it on a platter. You can just do it on the counter if you choose to. But the next thing we're going to do, and this is one of the easy parts, I have some sweet Italian dressing. This happens to be Marzetti's dressing now. I really like this dressing. I like the Marzetti's. If I'm not mistaken, where does this come from? It comes from, that's what I thought, near my hometown. It comes from Westerville, Ohio, just outside of Columbus. I happen to be from Marion, which is just north of Columbus. So now we're going to take the dressing and we're just going to pour a little out. That's your quick and easy caprese salad. It is delicious. You will just thoroughly enjoy it. I'm going to fix another one, wrap these up, and put them in the refrigerator for supper. And we'll be right back in a few minutes. I'm going to show you a green salad. Okay, the next salad we're going to do is a green salad. Now, I call this a kitchen sink salad. Anything you've got in your refrigerator throw into it. It's a great way to use up little bits of this and little bits of that. In the bowl, I've got a combination of romaine and iceberg. Just whatever I had left in the refrigerator. This is a good salad to do before market day, when you're running low on everything, but you have that little bit. So on this plate, I've got just some red and orange peppers. I'm going to put this down because I'm going to spill it for sure. Maybe if I put it out here, you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to sprinkle those on top of the lettuce. Now the next thing I think I'll put in is some cucumbers. Now I took the seeds out of these cucumbers. I'm used to doing that because my mother always did it. They tended to what she referred to as repeat on her. Used to give her the burps. So we always took the seeds out. Now the next thing I'm going to put in, I think, let's see, a little color. Let's put a little purple onion in there. I might as well throw the rest of those peppers in. Okay, now I've got some celery. I had 2 stalks of celery, and I actually had some with the leaves on it. Don't be afraid of using those leaves. They're very tasty. They impart a lot of flavor. We're just going to put them in there. And now I've got some leftover tomatoes. I just sliced these in half. They're, I guess, little pear tomatoes. I'm going to put those in there. Now you can, like I said, you can put anything you want into a salad. It's a good way to stretch a salad too if you've got company coming and you only have a little bit of lettuce. I think the next thing we'll do is I have some Spanish olives. They're just whole. I drained them. I'm just going to throw them in there, sprinkle them around. And then let's see, what shall we do next? Let's do the bacon. I've got some bacon crumbles here. I also have a beagle at my feet smelling the bacon crumbles. And there's the rest of the celery that was down at the bottom there I couldn't get to. I wish I had some beets, but I don't have any beets right now. So next thing we got hard-boiled eggs. I've got 3 left in the refrigerator here. I'm just using my little handy-dandy egg slicer. I put it in one way and then I take the egg out and put it in the other. And it makes little shards of eggs that I just sprinkle in. I think I'll do another egg. That looks like it could use one. I got 3 here. I might have the other one for lunch. Let's just put that in there. Put it this way now. And we'll sprinkle these in. Okay. Get those out of there. Now, we love feta cheese. If you don't like feta cheese, by all means, you don't have to put it in there. You could put cheddar cheese, Swiss cheese, Gouda, whatever you've got. But like I said, we love feta cheese. And I buy these crumbles. These happen to be from Costco. So I'm just going to put some crumbles in. You know, if I had some salami, I'd add some salami. Like I said, whatever you've got, excuse me a second while I rinse my hand off. Whatever you've got in the refrigerator, this is a great way to use it up. You can either make your own salad dressing or buy a good quality salad dressing at the store. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to mix this salad up. Look at that. That's a beautiful salad. Looks yummy. I think we'll have this for dinner. So until next time, blessings to you and your family. Have a great summer.